So, in this episode, we'll be discussing how carousels are often overused and misused as a UX pattern. As UX practitioners, sometimes we feel the need to test everything with real users, but we should also consider that there's published research available to help us. They can help us to develop a hypothesis for the solution before we're investing a large amount of time. So, I wanted to share with you that there was a comprehensive study done with 44 different e-commerce websites, and it was conducted by the Baymard Institute, and it revealed that they may not provide an optimal user experience for several reasons. You see, users can suffer from what's called banner blindness, and this is a condition where people they overlook the carousel entirely. This is leading to an overload as they try to process too much information in a short amount of time. Furthermore, users tend to interact only with the first slide when they do engage with the carousel. So carousels can often be distracting and confusing. So the Baymard Institute is not the only one to note the drawbacks of the carousel. Nielsen Norman, UX Movement, Smashing Magazine, they've also written a lot about their limitations. So before following a trend, it's good to leverage published research when choosing UI patterns. I looked into the top 10 most visited e-commerce websites and found that only 4 out of 10 opted to not use a carousel. And of the 6 that used a carousel, none followed all the best practices, such as avoiding automatic advancement, providing navigation, featuring related and equally important content. So let's walk through some of these top e-commerce homepages. So we have Amazon.com. I realize Amazon.com looks differently a lot of times. But right off the bat, you see that this carousel, it looks like it's not moving at all. And if I go ahead and click, it goes through different offers. And as you notice, they're all very different, from entertainment to Black culture to Alexa. So definitely some things to be desired out of the number one online retailer. Okay, eBay.com, you go ahead and see that there's a carousel there. I have no idea how many there. There's no kind of indicator there. I need to hover to see that there is something of navigation, so that's not necessarily the best practice. I have a pause button, and then I can hit play. Okay. And as we go through the different offers, we see that, again, these are things that they're promoting. Okay. Walmart. Okay, so they're not taking up the entire screen. You kind of see this control is definitely not a best practice right over here. It's kind of hard to know if I can click on it. If I hover over, does it do anything? Let's see, can I? So it looks like this is automatic and doesn't allow me to control anything. Okay, no. I was wondering if I could navigate through, and the answer is no. I can pause it. And it looks, I can slide it. Now, I think that's very unintuitive. Okay. Etsy. So no carousel, and they're actually using one of the recommendations. They're taking this opportunity to kind of give you an overview of the kinds of things you might find in Etsy.com. Not bad. Okay. BestBuy.com, no carousel here. They are being very bold with just telling you what are the promotions that are the top promotions that they're trying to uphold. Okay, and interestingly, they have their carousel a little bit further down the page, and it's all similar items. They're all having to do with these Samsung products, so that creates a little bit of simplicity, and you can kind of go through all different Samsung products. Okay. Target, again, a bold move. They are just putting out the offers that they want to promote. Okay, so not bad. Home Depot. Okay, so I just accidentally hovered. I saw that there are some controls, and we see that there are 5 offers down here. Oops, accidentally clicked on that. Okay, so these offers are kind of all over the board. Okay, now we have Alibaba. So interesting. You could tell that they've really oriented this page around letting you know what you can find in the store, and that's very helpful from a navigation standpoint. And they do have this carousel, but it's not the end all and be all of what's the highlight of the page. Got suppliers, Japan Expo. Okay. So not bad. You can clearly see how to navigate it with these kind of indicators, and you got these navigation controls that are always seen. Zillow, interesting. There is a carousel of different offers that I might be interested. So it's good that these are all similar. They're all homes. They're all in my area, and they're also offers that are a little bit based on my personal situation. Okay, Macy's.com. Over here, we have Carousel. There's 2 offers. That's not a whole lot. And within this offer, there's many things to navigate. That's a bit complex. And we have another page, and that gives us something else to navigate. So again, there's some things to be desired here. So those were the 10 top e-commerce web pages. So if you're considering alternatives to a carousel, here's some options you can explore. You could have a static hero image or video, and this is where you could just use a single static image, or you could have a video as the main visual element. You know, I think a lot of times we're afraid to commit on what is the main thing that we want to emphasize on a homepage. Another one that you could do is you could have a static product or service grid, and this could display many products and services and give the user some kind of orientation on what they might find on your website. The third one is to have personalized content, and this is where you use the person's browsing history, data, and personalized content, and this way you can help create something that will be very helpful to help them find exactly what they are looking for. Number 4, keep in mind that you can also have scrollable content. The fact that scrolling is a very familiar way of browsing, it's very much known that people are familiar with it, they like it, they do it. It's interesting that we opt to not use scrollable content and always opt for this carousel that has known issues with it. So carousels, they are very popular. And why are they popular? Well, you know, to be fair, it can be a way to enhance the visual appeal of a web page, and it can allow many items to share the spotlight. I think designers particularly like them because carousels can tidy up the page by hiding content that is not immediately needed. And from a business perspective, carousels are a convenient compromise that gives equal attention to multiple items. However, studies consistently show that carousels can be problematic for users. So does all this mean that that carousels should be banned altogether? No, there's always situations where carousels can be useful, and I think that there's always a time and a place for most popular UI patterns. So when you want to showcase a lot of related, equally important content that's easily navigable in a content space that's quite limited, carousels can be a great way to do it. And carousels don't have to be at the top of the homepage. They also can be featured in another section as you're scrolling down further. So let me conclude with this. If you're designing an e-commerce homepage, it's worthwhile considering this published research to determine whether the carousel is the right choice for your users. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And if you found any of this information helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel for more great content. Thanks. I'll see you on the next episode.